we want from the sector players. Irrespective of how fast you are growing, we think that with the right partnership, with the right investment, we should be able to even grow more. As we go through the weeks for the expo, these are the things we want us to reflect on. So that people who will be visiting us will leave knowing very well that if I have money to invest in Ashanti region, if I have money to invest in Ghana, these are the type of businesses available. These are the things we can do in order that we'll be able to form that right partnership among others. Beyond that, we've also noticed that most of the big businesses are only centralized in Kumasi. Meanwhile, of our over 5 to 6 million population, we only have close to, say, Kumasi Metro is around 400,000 of the population. So it means that majority of the population here in Ashanti region are within other districts, and it should tell you the purchasing power they would have, and the fact that if you're able to situate or tap into that community, you should be able to even grow and grow well. So this time we are not only focusing on Kumasi. That's why we brought on board all the MMDCs. We are bringing them on board so that you will know that there are bigger communities and districts and municipals who equally are specialized in various sectors of the industry, and you would be able to explore their environments in making sure that you expand your business and also invest in Ashanti region and also help government create jobs. So these are also key areas we want the business community to avert your minds to, so that you would be able to take interest in the other districts and help us. Having done all this, the government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has the trade sector at heart. And more definitely, my very good sister, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, is working very hard in making sure that we reap the full benefits of the sector. I remember she was here not really long ago. Myself, together with her, we went to His Royal Majesty Otumfuo. We discussed myriad of issues, but two of them are critical for us. The Buankra Inland Port, because most definitely, if it is done and completed, it will serve our business community the purpose that Tema and other ports do serve. So I want to, on behalf of His Excellency the President, reassure the business community that Buankra Inland Port is top on our agenda, and we will do all that it takes in making sure that we are able to complete same for the use of the good people of Ghana and, for that matter, Ashanti region. I think we are clear for the President for his commitment in that regard. The second issue for the trade sector is with the industrial park that we mark to establish at Ejosu. We are having a lot of issues with the land, and thanks to the intervention of His Royal Majesty Otumfuo, we are engaging the communities, engaging the stakeholders and the chiefs, so that those lands can be made available for the contractor to start work. Whilst at that, and I'm sure many of you who are privy to the story of the industrial park will realize that it's been there for quite a while, and it's been stored for quite a while. So we have written to all the MMDCs to locate lands that are well situated and could equally be used for industrial parks, no matter how little it is, to start something from their various districts. They have made available lands that are litigation free, that can be made available to even private developers to be able to start industrial parks for the various districts in partnership with government, or even if you want to go solely private, you can go do that. So this is also an opportunity that we are opening up to the business community. You are here and you are interested in that regard. Definitely during the week of the expo, we will make information available for every district and the lands that are available for industrial park, for private, for government, whatever partnership that we want to seek. So we would be able to open up the districts and open up the region for development in that regard. So ladies and gentlemen, these are things that are listed for us moving into the Ashanti Expo 2026, and for that matter, the Ashanti Festival 2026. It's going to span between 7 to 9 days. Every day we'll have series of activities that will be done and series of lectures that will be done. I'm sure consultants will take us through all that. And booths will be open to all, irrespective of your background, irrespective of your business. Your duty there is to market, is to attract investors, and is to get people to invest in your business and also be able to grow your business here in the region. So, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, and in concluding, especially on the aspect of the industrial parks for the districts, we have realized the very alarming and uncoordinated proliferation of car parks in the city and in the region. So far, has been taken over completely. I don't know those of you who have noticed that. As quite entertaining, I received a group of industry players who wanted to use as quite entertaining as a car park for sales of cars among others. We can't continue on that tangent. For which reason, I have caused the mayor and the Ovoikum MCU to engage those at the Sufo line interchange, because that project is not completed yet, and they can't coexist with the contractor, especially in that regard. Whilst at that and trying to sanitize the system, there's been a proposal for us to consider setting up a car mall where we get a parcel of land, government help with the road construction to that space, demarcate sale, so that if it is car that you want to buy in Ashanti region, once you get there, you know you find all forms of cars and get enough and adequate space for our car dealers so that they don't take over our cities as we see it around. So this is also another, you can put the hands together once it is coming. There is also another investment opportunity that is coming up. So if you are here, you are an estate developer, you are a developer, you are an investor, whatsoever, and you are interested in this regard, you make lands available, you partner with our district assembly, or you partner with any agency that we may elect for you, then we see how best we'll be able to bring it into fruition and see how we can sanitize and clear up the city for the major developments that are coming in. So Nanano, any of us have here, I think say I'm a bobo to do an answer. Media for no fact to do an answer, I can't do an hour or go. But the Akani and the Tofabuan say, there was a problem near my bringing to Mania. Now, conform so was a catch, I said, a share them, no one in P. Now, intimate one, Macron, any day in me. Konameka say, Yeniano baby will broach there. Omusika, Omunim, the Omode, because I'm the back, so be vanilla to Mamma, Mabaka, Daniel, as I said. Nemo, Yanabus, your friend, what I wore when you may now buy it me a tire or match. There was a one cat, assembly BBI, and come. No, we are Brocheno was coming on the Shimwa when him said, a idea of Mr. Shimwa, for so bad, a bit from Waba. Obisu by Binabia, Unigana, and Yamabi was Antimemra and Agana, a Yanafe. Obasu never were Broch, Obasu never won Kruma, quite bad or Befaso or Tar, or better than any actually in our day, Aqua Command in terms of exporting. Nobody don't name a home in dear. And on Ashanti expert, your day by Abba sure say. Yeshia or a Jubilee Parking Paper Assembly Hall. Industry Bia Benya at that Genomatic and found when I said they were share with you, Medina. So I was all from a partnership. I was so big in the Sika Beckham. I was all day, also one Yamanoko, Amanone, and Agana Haba Biatra, and then if we ever ban a bit more church room, let me up 1 year. Make an Indiana, make us at their good so, and the Akase president, Naniwo Ayabuankra inland port Nohopa. Onemi amini ba Elizabeth Ofusweda ama trade minister ba ama menini ni no akotu for ba in that park na litigation bi won sase no ye na otunfo aka otunfo ene ahemfo ne mpanifo ne stakeholders room no edi ho koma omo we kwa obefa so asase be available yet me aye industrial park no ho adwuma once aye chance say adwuma die ni bekono ya tuna ma districts ni nyina say obi a was asase kama yantam da wo fefa woni nzie the district ye the constructing industrial park ni bia bia no mayeru say ye be at the district level no enfa woni kakra bia bia no ye betimi di aye dey asase na timi aboa ma region ni mo aye dey abi entu ye jumayeni na wa ha or company interested in any of these areas. My one, the man Panifu dead and on what Nasi. At I say, oh dear, you want to be one. Said the bear, who invest in Ashanti radio, invest in Ghana. A bear, the own name said, we are buying a tower chair, Usika Enshi, now Sika Susunya Day, and Coca. And the Avision and I remember them as I said in the mobile. Martin or no Martin as super media by the power vested in me by a kind courtesy of His Excellency the President, and most definitely with the support of Nanano and the people gathered here in Ashanti region at large. As your regional minister, I therefore pronounce the Ashanti Trade Expo 2026 duly launched. Thank you and congratulations to us all.
Oh, yeah, best friend, Assambo, same case, near the Honorable Regional Minister. Timothy is you don't know Hanoma, lunch, no, actually, no, only for Nikakra, they'll show one or two things on the screen for us to see. And from there, we move on to the. Then I'll invite the consultant to come and give us the details of the whole program. Let's welcome him, Mr. Kofi Yanka, my own uncle.
Thank you, MC. I think I have a tough job speaking after the regional minister has spoken, but I'll try my best. Another Chairman, Honorable Regional Minister, Nananum, distinguished VVIPs, our special invited sponsors and guests, MMDCs, MMDCDs, steering committee members, our media friends, ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply honored to be invited by the regional minister and with support from the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council to be part of the maiden edition of what I have promoted on social media for the last few months as the big event. Ashanti Expo, which is an acronym for Ashanti Regional Trade, Tourism and Investment Fair, and which is being organized in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, is being organized in collaboration with Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. Honorable, I'm grateful. In brief, Ashanti Expo 2026 seeks to give a platform for micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises in Ashanti region to market their products and services to a wider market, and to improve their skills through workshops, fora, and competitions that will take place during the expo. Honorable, I believe Ashanti region will be grateful to you for this bold initiative, which will transform the lives of residents here through income generation, employment, and increase in their standards of living, and also through marketing of their products to a wider market. By way of introduction, I am a marketing consultant with 30 years experience in marketing and communications. I have worked with both public and private institutions, including NGOs. Some of these include Ghana Tourism Authority, National Tourism Awards, National Commission on Culture, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, NCCE, National Commission on Civic Education, and National Population Council. For the private sector, I have assisted Millennium Excellence Awards Foundation under the patronage of His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II over the years, among others. I have been invited twice in 2004 and 2009 to assist in the celebrations and enthronement of His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II 5th and 10th anniversary celebrations at Menchia Palace at the time of President Kufuor in 2004 and at Babere Stadium in 2009 during the time of Professor Atamels. The stadium was chosen because of the huge interest from the general public and the list of dignitaries from around the world who wanted to be part of it. Whilst my brother, Honorable Kojoyanka, was the Central Regional Minister, he invited me to help organize Central Region Trade, Tourism and Investment VETAP Central Expo, which helped to transform the lives of people in the Central Region. The initiative was revived in 2022 by the then Regional Minister, at which I was invited to assist them up till now. As a matter of fact, Central Expo has been institutionalized by the Coordinating Council since it has brought many benefits to the region. Nana Chairman, Honorable Minister, I promise to do my professional best to make this maiden edition a big success. With this short background information out of the way, it is now time for me to focus on the big event. Ashanti Expo 2026 will be held at Jubilee Park from April 5th to April 12th daily from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. I think it has already been explained that we will never close. It's a 24-hour event and there will be enough security to protect both the patrons and the exhibitors. Normally, some of them will come from outside the region and sleep with their wares. So there will be no need for any fear. It is under the theme Ashanti Expo 2026, Unlocking Business Opportunities in the Golden Heart of Ghana. All the 43 districts will be represented by a minimum of 10 exhibitors, plus exhibitors from outside other parts of the country. It will interest all of us to know that Central Expo attracted exhibitors from Northern, Volta, Western, Ashanti, Greater Accra, and of course, Central Region. So we should expect a lot of exhibitors from other regions of the country. It will be preceded by mini-fairs in all the 43 districts. The details are being worked out, and once they are worked out, it will be made available to the general public. But at least 10 exhibitors will be selected from each district to the main event in April. There will be a farmers market where produce from our farms will be available at very affordable prices to patrons, like plantain, cassava, yam, onions, eggs, vegetables, tomatoes, and the rest. In addition, there will be food vendors, other NGOs and government institutions like FDA, Ghana Standard Authority, Senate Forestry Commission, and tourist organizations who will buy booths to educate the public on their institutions. The flagship program of Ashanti Expo 2026 is Women and Youth in Business Empowerment Forum, which has and will help young entrepreneurs improve their skills and knowledge in production, processing, packaging, planning, marketing, digitization, accounting, and exports. It will be held in a conference dome at the Jubilee Park so that the attendees will get the opportunity to visit the exhibitors at the fair during and after the program. As part of this program, we will introduce what we call Pitch and Win, which will give opportunities for 20 selected entrepreneurs to market themselves and their products before a panel of judges from academia, banking, industry, marketing, and from development partners. Awards, cash awards will be given to the winners, plus certificates of achievement. There will also be what we call Mystery Shoppers Awards, where anonymous committee members will interact with most of the exhibitors while observing their booths in terms of design, the ambience of exhibitors' booths, their setups, the products on display, packaging, attire and knowledge of products of the sales personnel, customer care, and interaction with customers and vice versa. Their observations will allow them to give marks without the knowledge of the exhibitors. And that is why we call it Mystery Shoppers Awards. The winners will also be given prizes and certificates during the awards day. This is to help them compete favorably in international market settings. Of course, there will be children's playground to allow the children to have fun whilst parents have enough time to do their shopping. For security purposes, all exhibitors will be given ID tags and their booths will be numbered. Likewise, all the planning committee members will also be given ID tags to help them answer questions from patrons. There will be a free health screening for all, which we hope will combine with blood donation to Amoakohene Hospital, which will be our way of giving back to Ashanti region with this maiden edition of Ashanti Expo 2026. Hopefully, the regional minister, being a doctor, will advise and assist on their implementation. There will be excellent health facilities and total security at the event venue for all patrons and exhibitors. Finally, there will be enough space for all patrons and exhibitors to park their cars and vehicles. The Secretariat of the Expo will move to the event grounds and together with the grounds and event committees answer all questions from exhibitors, patrons, and the general public. Finally, let's talk about the financing of the Expo. How are we going to finance it? We are going to finance the Expo from exhibitors, booths, the sale of booths for the 3 districts, plus other exhibitors from outside the regions. Farmers market vendors will also make some payments. Likewise, food vendors on their canopies. We also have government institutions, which I mentioned earlier, who also want booths for their public education to the general public. And then we also have platinum, diamond, gold, silver, and bronze sponsors who we normally rely on to help defray some of our expenses. Of course, that also comes with benefits, and we assure them that whatever amount that they give us will be duly acknowledged and respected. We also have funding from the development partners who we normally rely on to sponsor most of our fora, especially Women and Youth in Business Empowerment Forum. And also, we also have in-kind donations like clothing for fashion shows, food products for rice, for cooking, for food products for cooking competitions and food festivals, and also petrol for ARCC vehicles during the fair. Sometimes people also want to advertise in the event brochure, and that also helps us to generate a little income to add to our finances. We also have airtime from media partners, like those who are Ashanti Prime and the rest who are with us today. They are giving us free airtime. Otherwise, we would have to pay heavily for that. Finally, from voluntary and optional donations during and after the launch. The names of all the individual donors will be published in the event brochure for the opening ceremony of Ashanti Expo 2026 and will be acknowledged for their donations. Nana Chairman, as part of my contribution to make Ashanti Expo 2026 very successful, I have already donated over 300 mini brochures which have been distributed to all of us gathered here, which give information on the expo, sizes of the booths, their cost, their payment methods, and other relevant information. I hope that this my contribution will encourage all of us gathered here to donate to make the maiden edition of Ashanti Expo 2026 very successful. I would also like to assure all our sponsors and development partners that whatever benefit packages are due them based on their sponsorship categories they choose will be honored to the last detail. For the event brochure, all 43 MMDCs will be given a page each to market their districts, the location, population-wise, climate, vegetation, cash crops, agribusinesses, factories, employment opportunities, and contact details. Pictures and names of the MMDCs with their email addresses should also be included. We are going to market the districts. For sponsors who would like to make presentations to the expo, the regional minister and his team will be available to receive all donations, including photo opportunities. Nana Chairman, I believe I have covered almost every aspect of the maiden edition of Ashanti Expo 2026. I will therefore urge all of us gathered here to share the benefits of the fair to family, friends, colleagues, and the general public so that they take part in what I call a memorable big event. Thank you all for your attention.